Hello, this is Dr. Bruce, and I want to thank you for joining with me today to talk about some things that pertain to love and relationships and time with each other, how to fix things when they go wrong. I want to talk today about when you hurt the one you love. When you hurt the one you love. This is obviously a topic that probably many of you have had to deal with from time to time. When somebody hurts you or you hurt them, how do you fix it? How do you handle the situation when you hurt the one you love? Appreciate you all joining me, and I want to make sure that I address this appropriately. I'll be on for a few minutes. Every Thursday at 5 o'clock is the time that I utilize for Facebook Live. So I want to ask you to, of course, invite some other people to join us. That would be nice. And you can share this video with others that you are concerned about. And you can also go to my website, solutionswithdrbruce.com. And we have some really good articles there for you, as well as other information, including information about our upcoming Southern California marriage retreat. It's going to be June the 29th, the 30th, and July 1st in Ontario, right next to the Ontario Mills Mall at the Ayers Suites. Got a great retreat and some outstanding guests that are going to be with us, including Brother Andre and Sister, they call her Peanut, Natalie Lamb. Andre and Natalie Lamb going to be with us as some of our guests, as well as Dr. BJ and Bishop Herschel Struther. They're going to be with us as well. So now let me get to the subject at hand. When you hurt the one you love, it's a very delicate situation when someone has been hurt, because maybe they may be inclined to want to break the relationship off altogether because of being hurt. We do hurt the one we love. We may think that, we'll always say the right things. We'd like to always do the right thing and make sure that that person is well off. But sometimes we say or do the wrong thing, and it affects the one we love in a very negative way. And so, but when you do it, what do you do next? After someone's been hurt, after you've hurt that person, whether it's deliberate or by accident, hurt is still hurt. They've been wounded or in some way made uncomfortable, and you want to be able to help them recover and to reconcile and to make the relationship better. So let me give you some ways of doing that, of working through it and getting back to a resolution or back to things as normal. Well, one thing, you have to fully understand the power of your words. Sometimes words and behaviors can really do damage. And so you've got to be aware. You got to be aware. Be aware of it. That's the first one. Be aware of it. Be aware of your words and your behaviors. How does that affect that man or that woman? How do your words rub off? Do you use words that wound or make uncomfortable, or that are vague? Or are they overly sensual? Are they words of criticism? Are they selfish words? Are they egotistical words? Be aware of those words, and do your behavior indicate selfishness or lack of consideration? You got to be aware of that. So be aware of what it is that you may be saying or doing that may create more hurt, right? Be aware of it. Next thing is acknowledge it. Acknowledge that it's not right. Acknowledge that you've said the wrong thing. Acknowledge that what you did may not have been the best possible action. Sometimes you got to acknowledge it. All right. David said, I acknowledge my sin and my transgression is ever before me. He had to acknowledge it. So you have to acknowledge it. At least let the other person know I hurt you. Even if it was accidental, I hurt you. All right. So you'll be aware of it. You acknowledge it, but also own it. That's right. Own it. Make sure that you take the responsibility for that thing. Take the responsibility. Don't try to excuse it away. Don't try to, alibi your way out and say, well, if it was because of you or because of something you did. That's not owning it when you blame the other person for your behavior. Don't do that. You'll make some serious mistakes in your relationship when you do that. No, you've got to be aware of it. You've got to acknowledge it, and then you need to own it. After you own it, you need to confess it. You need to confess it. Yes, I was wrong. I did the wrong thing. Some people, they never like to apologize. Guess what? Your relationship will not be healthy if you never acknowledge having said or done anything that offends or causes that person to feel wounded. So you've got to be aware of it, acknowledge it, own it, confess it, and repent of it. You got to repent of it. That is, you've got to say, even in your prayer, and repent of that thing and tell other people how sorry you are for having hurt the one that you love. So you got to do all that. But then you need to change it. That's right. You need to change it. Don't do that thing anymore. Don't say it that way anymore. Don't follow those bad habits and those patterns that create discord and problems in your relationship. So you're going to make sure you have to change it. Change your ways. That's right. Change your ways. Change how you say words. The words ought to be loving words, considerate words, edifying words, comforting words. Words that make you smile and feel good. You want to use those positive words. Don't use complaining words. No. Loving words, passionate words. That's what you want to do. If you really want to bring this person back into your good graces, you need to say and do the right thing. Go get some flowers, write him a card, tell him you're sorry. See, some people think men are the only ones that make mistakes. No, women make mistakes too. Women say the wrong things too. And so it goes both ways. So there's going to have to be all of that. So you're going to have to change it. But then also you have to feel it. You got to feel it. And the other person needs to feel it. That is your sincerity. And you ought to feel some measure of remorse and feel whether that person has actually received what you had to say to make things better. You need to feel it. You need to be sincere in how you approach matters of offense. Don't laugh it off. Don't try to make it seem like it was just, it was harmless. It wasn't all that bad. No, you need to feel it. You need to feel that this was serious and it could possibly destroy your relationship. So you want to be aware of that. So you have to feel it, but then also review it. That is, all right, tell me, are things better? Have I approached it a little bit better in this case for you? Are you feeling my sincerity? Have you received my apology? Is our relationship getting a little bit better? Are we able to talk about it or talk about more positive things? Not necessarily talking about the problem as much as you talk about the solution and how it's actually impacting or it affecting you. How is that? You got to review it, and you got to review it with the other person. Has there been any changes? Is what I'm saying and doing with you, is it making your life any better? Is it making you feel better about us and about me? And then finally, remember it. Remember the damage that behavior or those words cause. Remember it so you won't repeat it. That's right. when you hurt the one you love, you don't want to repeat those actions again. You want your partner or your friend, you want them to know that you never want to hurt them like that anymore. So you want to be mindful of all of that. So let me repeat all these areas of reconciling and helping when you hurt the one you love. Hey, Nisha. So one, be aware of it. You got to be aware of it. Be aware of what you're doing that could be causing harm. Acknowledge it. That's it. Make it clear. Own it. You got to confess it. And then you need to repent of it. Change it. Change the behavior. If the behavior is wrong, change it. Feel it. That is, know that this thing is important and it's serious. It could destroy you. So you want to make sure that you are doing everything you can to do something different. Do something different in the relationship. That'll make a great, great impact on your relationship as well as other people. Thank you, Nisha. I want you to just know that when you feel it, you're less likely to repeat it. Then you need to review it again. All right, let's evaluate how things are. Are you hurting like you were hurting before? Are my words a little bit more edifying and building up and encouraging? So you got to review it. And then finally, like I said, you want to remember it. Remember what went wrong so you won't repeat it. I hope this has been helpful for you. Now you can play this back. You can share it with other people that you are concerned with. And we really appreciate you taking the time to join us on this Facebook Live today. Once again, I said you want to make sure you go to the website and you want to register for the Southern California Marriage Retreat, which will be June the 29th, the 30th, and July 1st in Ontario, right next to the Ontario Mills Mall at the Ayers Suite. Now you need to call the Ayers Suites to make your room reservation, but then you want to register online on my website for the retreat. You want to register for the retreat, which is $50 per couple. Go to solutionswithdrbruce.com. All right. And that's going to be, I'm telling you, it's going to be off the chain. You want to register for this retreat and tell other people that you know that are married, sign up for this marriage retreat because it's going to bless you. Your love is going to be better. Your relationship is going to reach a higher level of intimacy and closeness. You're going to have less problems, less fighting, less debating about things. You'll be more closer than you've ever been before. And you'll be able to kind of keep the romance in your relationship as well. Plus, you're going to have a lot of fun and you're going to get a chance to meet other couples. So thank you so much. And I want you to share this video with others. And we look forward to having you on our Facebook Live again on next Thursday at 5 o'clock. God bless you. And thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye.